Tariffs give our country protection against those that would do us economic harm, and many people were looking to do us economic harm. Maybe not so obviously, but they were doing tremendous economic harm. But even more importantly, they will give us growth. These tariffs are going to give us growth like you haven't seen before, and it'll be something very special.
美国单方面加征关税，违反世贸组织规则，损害的是各国人民的共同利益，也无助于解决美方自身的问题。大家看得很清楚，越来越多的国家反对美国加征关税等单边霸凌行径。
美方措施人为割裂美国与其他地区的产供链关系，既无助于所谓的国家安全，也帮助不了美国的国内产业，只会凸显美方措施的单边主义、保护主义和霸凌主义底色。
We have to understand that just as with defence and security, so too for the economy and trade, we are living in a changing world, entering a new era. We must rise to this challenge, and that is why I've instructed my team to move further and faster on the changes I believe will make our economy stronger and more resilient. Because this government will do everything necessary to defend the UK's national interests, everything necessary to provide the foundation of security that working people need to get on with their lives. That is how we have acted and how we will continue to act, with pragmatism, cool and calm heads focused on our national security. Thank you, and I think we'll now move to the private section.
Die jüngsten Zollentscheidungen des US-Präsidenten halte ich für grundfalsch. Das ist ein Anschlag auf eine Handelsordnung, die Wohlstand überall auf dem Globus geschaffen hat. Eine Handelsordnung, die ganz wesentlich auch das Ergebnis amerikanischer Bemühungen ist. Die gesamte Weltwirtschaft wird unter diesen undurchdachten Entscheidungen leiden. Unternehmen wie Verbraucherinnen und Verbraucher überall in der Welt, auch in den USA.
Well, there are no winners in trade wars, and it's clear that all these tariffs will raise prices for the consumers, and in the end, we get to pay for everything. So, of course, the defense cooperation that we have with the Americans is also very important, and when we have the white paper, then we are also thinking about what more can we do for our own defense industry, because we are buying a lot from the Americans right now, but we need to diversify our portfolio so that we would have capabilities to produce here.
I think this is an extraordinary day for the world economy, comparable with the situation after the Russian aggression on Ukraine, where we knew that something new is happening and we were not prepared in Europe to cope with the challenge. And we looked in the abyss in that time, but we worked it out, and we managed it by putting aside everything that was restricting economic strength and energy security. And I think a similar reaction is necessary now from the European Union and its partners. I think that if you look to the Asian market and the Asian states, that they, Japan, South Korea, and China, they have agreed of giving a united answer. And I mean, we should not be naive against China, and they have their own interests. But the first interest of everyone with some reason is that we not let the world economy go to shatters. And this is exactly what Donald Trump has announced yesterday. And we should not let that happen.
はい、我が国からこれまでさまざまなレベルで 我が国の懸念を説明するとともに、一方的な関税措置を取るべきでない旨、などを申し入れてきたにもかかわらず、米国政府が今般の相互関税措置を発表したことは極めて遺憾であります。WTO 協定及び日米貿易協定との整合性に深刻な懸念を抱いております。
President Trump, the team, you broke the deadlock. You started a process of negotiations with our full support to bring the Ukraine war to a lasting, to a durable peace. And in the meantime, the Europeans are stepping up, providing a lot of military support into Ukraine, and we have seen the latest numbers coming in that overall NATO allies have provided in the first 3 months over $20 billion in support to Ukraine to make sure they can stay in the fight as long as it continues. We will also discuss the other threats over the next 2 days. Of course, Russia, which is our long-term threat, but also the increasing problems we have with China, of course, North Korea, Iran, and all of these four getting more and more connected.
Proteja companiile românești cu toate resursele disponibile de efectele noului război comercial al tarifelor vamale între America și Europa. Pregătim măsuri de sprijin pentru toate industriile afectate prin scheme de ajutor de stat cât mai eficiente și simplu de aplicat ca să poată produce efecte în cel mai scurt timp.
Por eso, nuevamente le pedimos al presidente Trump que recapacite, que se siente en la mesa de negociación con la Unión Europea y también con el resto del mundo. La mano de Europa, he tenido ocasión de poder hablar con la presidenta von der Leyen, también con el comisario de Comercio, Maroš Šefčovič. La mano de Europa está tendida, lo va a estar.
Ireland believes in open and free trade and that the imposition of tariffs is bad for the world economy. I deeply regret the United States' decision to impose 20% tariffs on imports from across the European Union. We see no justification for this.